The Fanatec McLaren GT3 V2 comes in at $200 and is the company's most affordable GT style wheel rim. The guys over at Fanatec were kind enough to send it to me, so today I'll be reviewing it alongside the optional Club Sport quick release adapter. The McLaren GT3 V2 has easily become one of Fanatec's most popular sim racing wheels. Not only is it on the lower end of the scale in terms of price, but it also looks quite cool. This is a full-scale replica of the wheel used in the GT3 McLaren race car, and with only a few changes to adapt it to the sim world, it definitely looks the part. The rim itself is 300mm in diameter and is composed primarily of injection molded plastic with overmolded rubber grips. Its plastic body is a big reason why it's able to be offered at this price point, but even though it is made from plastic, it has a carbon fiber weave pattern which looks surprisingly good. The small 1-inch OLED screen on the rim is also a cool feature which allows it to display certain telemetry data, but more importantly allows you to access the tuning menu to make on-the-fly changes to the force feedback of the wheelbase. This is particularly useful for console users who don't have access to the Fanatec software. A total of 9 buttons, 2 toggle switches, a 7-way funky switch, and 2 rotary encoders are all scattered throughout the wheel, meaning you most likely won't be running out of mappable buttons anytime soon. The few of them isn't anything crazy. They don't have a mechanical click and don't feel special to press down. Essentially, they're just there to do the job, and well, that's what they do. The rubber grips have a good thickness to them and are easy to hold on to. The biggest drawback I found, however, was that after several minutes of racing, it would become very slippery as my hands would begin to sweat. This may be a bigger problem for some compared to others, but for me, I found it happening a lot, especially in those more intense races. Behind the rim are the paddle shifters along with the quick release. By default, this rim comes with the standard entry-level Fanatec quick release, which is made from plastic and requires some manual adjustment to lock in. That quick release does a good job, and if you aren't planning on switching wheels constantly or using high levels of force feedback, should suit your needs. On mine, I have the Club Sport quick release adapter. It retails for $100 and is made entirely from aluminum with a matte black finish on the release. It has a smooth travel, which makes it simple and quick to insert and remove the wheel. Apart from making the rim look that much cooler, the main selling point of this quick release is that it allows you to use this wheel with the most powerful direct drive bases without experiencing any type of flex or wobble. It is also compatible with all Fanatec wheelbases and a variety of rims identified on the product page website. The main drawback of this quick release is that it retails for $100, which is a lot of money. The shifters have been a controversial talking point regarding this wheel, as you either like them or you don't. They're magnetic, bright orange, and feature a subtle diamond patterned grip. It's made entirely from aluminum and allows the driver to up and downshift from either side by either pushing or pulling the shifter. For example, if you're texting while driving and need to upshift but your phone is on your right hand, you can push outwards on the left paddle to make that gear shift. It's a neat feature which is sometimes useful, but that being said, it requires a lot of force to push outwards, which essentially ruins the ease of use it was meant to provide. However, when using the paddle shifters normally, it does feel okay. It has a very distinct feel in that it doesn't feel clicky, but it still allows you to quickly and noticeably shift gears. It has a very diffused sound compared to any other magnetic paddles I've used before. The clutch pedals underneath are made from plastic and are spring-loaded. They have a long travel, which is a good thing in that it will allow users to map them to the brake and throttle. For example, a disabled sim racer who can't use his or her legs can control the gas and brake pedal with their hands. More commonly though, these will be used to control the clutch bite point or to act as a handbrake. Similar to everything else on this wheel, it's not noticeably spectacular, but it does the job well. On track, I enjoyed my time with this wheel. It's ergonomic in size and shape, feels good to hold on to, and doesn't feel fragile in any way, shape, or form, despite being made almost entirely from plastic. I find the 300mm diameter to be comfortable, and except for the rotary encoders, all buttons and dials are at close reach when driving. The telemetry data on the OLED screen is also a nice touch, albeit something I never found myself looking at. A notable feature about this wheel that I almost forgot to mention is that it comes with optional button caps and stickers to completely personalize this wheel and give it a more realistic look. The things I don't like about this wheel aren't deal breakers and are more annoyances than anything else. Though from the many hours I've spent on this wheel, I would recommend wearing gloves, as I found it to quickly get slippery, and I've heard others complain of it getting sticky in high and humid environments, which is something to keep in mind. In conclusion, Fanatec have done a great job in creating an affordable GT wheel, which doesn't make sacrifices to in-game performance while still looking good. I've realized that having real carbon fiber, mechanical buttons, and high quality Alcantara grips aren't really that necessary, something I believe the McLaren GT3 V2 rim by Fanatec proves. As always, thank you all for watching, stay safe, and have a fantastic rest of your day.